Good morning, everyone. My name is Iftikhar Ahmed, and today our group will be presenting on integrating risk and quality management for project success. This presentation is based on a real-world inspired case study that highlights how failures in risk and quality management can lead to serious project consequences. Throughout this presentation, we will walk you through the project background, the incident that occurred, what went wrong, and most importantly, the lessons project management managers can learn to prevent similar failures in the future. To begin, this case study focuses on a project risk failure occurred during a ceremonial event. A bulldozer was used symbolically to launch a newly completed section of a project, but unexpectedly the machine began sinking into the ground and eventually disappeared. This incident highlights why integrating quality process with risk management is critical in project execution. Our goal is to understand the root causes behind this failure, identify where risk and quality controls broke down, and extract lessons that can help improve future project outcomes. Now, looking at the project background, this was an open pit mine road construction project, and the first phase had just been completed successfully. To celebrate this milestone, a formal event was organized with key stakeholders present. A bulldozer was selected to cross a ribbon as part of the ceremony. The project manager, Jill, was responsible for overseeing this phase of the project. However, despite the project appearing complete, critical ground condition risks were overlooked, which set the stage for the incident that followed. This background helps us understand how assumptions made during planning can lead to major failures if they are not properly verified. Now, Priya will present about immediate questions, what actually happened, and recovery attempts. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, this is Supriya Soni, and my project for this assignment is IT. And let me start with my topic, which is the incident. So we all know our project is about how the bulldozer got sync on the event, and we have like some real quick question about why this happened. So the immediate question was what causes the machine to sync, since there was like a no proper guidelines of the event, so it got synced. And how can a recovery efforts to proceed the scenario? Why wasn't the terror issue detected before doing the event? What risks were not addressed before? How should project management can impact with this management system? So these are the some questions that indicate our assignment. And the scenario, like what exactly happened, was the bulldozer draw over hiding musket, the sufferer collapsed under pressure, and the submerged entirety with unstable wall, ground condition misjudged by the engineer, which is like a lack of risk management. The site lacked required geographical verification before launching the event. So we got some recovery attempt that they planned to do the recovery for the bulldozer got sank. So sonar equipment failed to locate the bulldozer, and then drag method line was it came with no result. Environmental agency denied draining the request, and the retirement option limited by the regulation that was built in 2020. So machine remained over compatible, and this was the cause of risk of management. Thank you.
Hi, this is Divanta Basum. This is our group project assignment in IT subject. Here's my first slide. Root cause. First, the root cause of the failure was poor investigation and lack of compliance. Soil samples were collected but never tested, meaning critical ground conditions were ignored. The geological engineer skipped required procedures, and instead of proper technical numerical analysis. A visual flyover was relied upon. Key risk assumptions were never validated, so decisions were based on assumptions rather than evidence. Although a quality plan existed, it was not followed, allowing these issues to continue. Risk management failures. Next, there were major risk management failures. Known risks were not actively monitored throughout the project. Required testing was completely skipped, increasing uncertainty and danger. Unverified assumptions guided decisions making, and there was no review process to ensure risk compliance. Even though risk planning was documented, poor execution led to project failure. Finally, quality management failures played a significant role. Mandatory standards were not followed, and verification responsibilities were poorly supervised. Documentation lacked confirmation checks, so errors were not identified early. Quality controls were consistently implemented, and others were ignored without accountability.
Hi everyone, my name is Narendra Bulla. Today's my topic is short-term impacts. Um, let's go into the point. Uh, in the short term, the project experienced immediate delays and significant financial losses due to equipment loss and halted activities. Media coverage, demand the company's reputation and safety concerns become highly visible. Leadership also begins questioning the effective of project oversights and governance. Going to the next slide, long term. Long term impacts. Over the long term, regulatory agencies increased security on the organizations, stakeholders, trust declined, and future phases of project face delays. The company's credibility weakened, and insurance costs were likely to rise as a result of incident and perceived risk exposure. And going to the next slide, what Jill should do now. Jill should do immediately escalate the incident to the senior leadership and initiate a formal corrective action plan. Geological testing requirements must be resist and project risk registry should be updated with the new findings, strengthening quality controls and ensuring adherence to procedure. It's critical to preventing recurrence. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shahnawaz Ahmed Siddiqui, and I'm going to continue where my fellow teammate Mr. Narendra has left. So here now we'll be talking about internal versus external projects. In this we're going to discuss about internal projects and its oversights, uh, stricter compliances, in integrated risk management, quality process, and execution. So the internal projects allow informal oversights. External clients demand stricter compliance, which in turn help in the smooth process of the project. Both require integrated risk management. Quality processes differ by accountability expectations. This is quoted by Jera et al. 2022. So, execution maturity is essential for consistent outcomes. So in this, there is always a chance of internal and external projects, the conflict between them. So we always should make sure about the informal request made, the compliance, which can go unchecked, and also the risk management, which is a major factor. So continuing with the next slide. So here we're going to discuss about integrating risk and quality. So we're going to talk about the how the quality steps needs to align, validation, document verification, monitoring, and accountability. So we must make sure to align quality steps with risk procedures so that we might eradicate even the minimal risk which can jeopardize the project, and validate assumptions through continuous testing. So this makes us a room for zero errors. So there will be no room for errors. So document verification at every milestone. So this is one of the major and very important aspect of a project. So we need to always make sure to verify our documents to every milestone. So in that way, we're going to have smooth paperwork. And monitoring. So without monitoring, there will be no accountability. So we must always monitor the risk and quality checkpoints thoroughly. Then it's about accountability. We must ensure accountability through governance and frameworks. This is quoted by Khan et al. 2020. So moving on to the next slide. So this slide is all about conclusion. So here we must prevent any aspect or even a tiny issue which can increase the cost of the project, which can delay the deadline, which can make us face the consequences. So integration prevents costly project failures. So that's a very good point we need to make sure. Then our case should always demonstrate consequences of oversight. So mature execution manages increasing complexity. So strong process protect organizational reputation. Thank audience and invite questions. So moving on to the next slide. Here are all the references which we have used in our presentation today. So looking forward to any questions you have. Thank you all. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present ourselves.